So down the stretch and when plays needed to be made, really in any capacity, either throwing and catching, rush defense, kicking field goals, etc., right? Those plays didn't and weren't executed well enough and weren't consistent enough for us to put the game away. And then giving up a big play defensively, a 93-yard run, that certainly changed it. But then our inability offensively to really capture or change momentum and answer scores as the game finished as well. So lots to improve on. I saw capability, certainly. 2 defensive touchdowns, some fourth down stops, and some other positive things, but not consistent enough, not clean enough, and not sound enough really from beginning to end to put the game away. So I'll be glad to take questions.
Could you sense the momentum kind of going your way because you seem like that game has changed?
I don't know if there was an exact moment. I think I sensed on the sideline when we didn't capitalize on points with field goals at either end, and then the big play after that, their run game coming out of the 6-yard line or the 7-yard line. I think that combination certainly influenced it. Still plenty of chances even then to address and finish the game with opportunities, and we didn't.
There's a 42-yarder on 4th and 7 field goal attempt with the crosswind kind of going on 4th and 7. Was there ever a thought maybe we will go for it, or what kind of?
Yeah, quickly, but 4th and 7, I didn't feel good about that. And man, the way Driz has been kicking all camp, even though the crosswind, have confidence in him. So discussion, but not very long.
You've seen it all as a coach.
Yeah, a brief message. And most of the time I found when you're speaking to teams right after, rarely are you accurate. And after you watch the film, there's a lot of other things. So I said basically what I've shared with you, but execution and consistency when it really matters, from beginning to end. So my job is to prepare our team in a manner where they can do that. So that's my responsibility. Position coaches and coordinators' job is then facilitate that, and players' job is then to do it. But ultimately, it's my job to get them ready, and they have to be prepared at a higher level to manage, the critical moments to put a game away.
It's just finishing what you started.
I think so.
With this being the first game of the season, do you feel like there are a few players, if not a lot, out there just trying to work their jitters out through this game, or do you feel like they came out with the right mindset?
I didn't feel many jitters. I really didn't. And I don't think the stage or the first game really affected their performance or maybe inconsistencies. It just showed really with that volume of plays in a game-like setting, it showed me where I had prepared our team, the level I'd prepared our team to. And it was enough to hold for a while, a long time, but not enough, again, when the pressure was mounting, there was kind of slippage of the execution and the consistency throughout, and I would say that's throughout the team.
So regarding the rush defense, is the 4-2-5 what it's going to be going forward? And do you think it was scheme or just execution?
Oh man, it was mostly execution for sure, and we were looking to put the best 11 football players we have on the field at any time, and so we'll assess all of that, but mostly assignments from what I saw, and pretty consistently a gap off here, a gap off there, missed tackle here, missed tackle there, but enough to where it was really inconsistent, other than a few critical 4th down plays here and there, right? Montana State really rushed the ball well. We knew that coming in that they would, or that's what they were known for, and so we didn't do much to discourage that by how we played, for sure. So inconsistent.
So you guys are so close. How much does that hurt?
Oh, they all hurt, for sure. And lots of time, energy, and effort has gone in to get to this point, and to have had to lead the entire way and know that was a winnable game. Certainly, it hurts.
So coming into the second half, the offense did end up getting shut out. Was that just poor execution, or did Montana State just play better defense?
Probably both. Yeah, Montana State, I think, played well, and we didn't execute, especially on 3rd down, enough to keep drives moving, chains moving, and to take control of the game. So I would say both.
Coach, Devin Dampier, 13 of 19, 153 yards in the first half. He only attempts 8 passes in the second half, 2 of those coming on the final drive. Was that just part of the game flow, or how was he not as involved in the second half?
Yeah, I think it was 2 separate halves, 2 different games, and man, the flow was completely different. And so our offense, we were hoping to run the ball more, especially when we had the lead, but also get first downs and throw when needed, throw and catch when needed. And so we didn't run it effectively enough to pick up third downs, and we didn't throw it and catch it well enough when we did to move the chains either. So, yeah, I thought we had more momentum offensively in the first half than the second for sure.
Big opponent next week, Coach. What are the most positive things you take from this game? Obviously, you don't like losing the game. What positives can you build on over Arizona?
Yeah, we have some good football players, and we have players that are willing to compete and try hard, and we're anxious to play, and I think play diligently. Now it's just refining all that and making it into a quality football team with, again, execution, physicality, consistency, determination, regardless of context of the game.
You invoked the Kirby Smart quote earlier this week. When you have a quarterback, you have a chance. So what challenges did Malott kind of present because you felt like you got no better?
I think just his legs give him a chance. But again, the last drive, which is a 2-minute drive, throwing and catching, right? They threw and caught well and demonstrated that they could. Throughout the game, I wasn't so concerned about the throwing game, but we did cut a few receivers loose in terms of assignment-wise. But really, he's capable with his legs, but probably his most impressive part of the game would have been the throwing and catching on the last drive. Thanks.